Today we're in Central Portugal in a beautiful village called Celorico da Beira in the Guarda district. The property we're looking at sits just below the medieval castle walls of Celorico da Beira. The castle stands at about 550 meters above sea level on a granite hill at the foot of the majestic Serra da Estrela mountains. And this whole area has a real sense of history and charm. This is a fully renovated 4-bedroom home in the center of the historic village with thick traditional stone walls and modern updates right throughout. The house has been thoughtfully remodeled and configured into 2 separate living units with independent entrances. This gives you great flexibility, whether you want one large family home, a home with a guest accommodation, or even a rental opportunity. Location-wise, this charming Portuguese village has numerous restaurants and cafes, as well as a municipal market selling local goods, all giving you an authentic rural life right outside your front door. The A25 motorway is only minutes away, giving you quick access to larger cities like Guarda, which you can reach in around 25 minutes. You can also reach the city of Aveiro on the Atlantic coast, with its beautiful beaches in around 1.5 hours. For major cities and international airports, Porto is only 2 hours away, and the capital city of Lisbon is roughly 3.5 hours from here. It's a beautiful property from the outside. Look at this lovely granite stone construction where we can see all the old original stones, and then we can see the renovated areas. This is part of the house from the outside. I'm just going to take you around here. We can see upstairs there's this little balcony section that you can reach from one of the living rooms, and the property also has an entrance around the side. So this is like a back entrance. Just look at this beautiful granite stonework. And this is a separate entrance to get upstairs. It's like a secondary entrance for upstairs. And if we take you around this side, we can see there is a little bit of space on the sides here where you could potentially park cars. And if we go around this way, we can see the Celorico da Beira castle walls. Look at that. So we're right at the foot of the castle. There's actually stairs that take you to one of the entrances just on this side. There's like a gate, and there's some stairs leading up that take you to the castle. From this side, we can see from the road, we've got this patio area here. It's fenced off, and it's a really nice looking building. Look at that. It's been renovated quite recently, and we've got this entrance over here. This is where you walk through. Now, as I said earlier, it's divided up into 2 flats. We've got an upstairs flat, and we've got a downstairs flat. Well, I call it a flat, it's more like an apartment. 2 bedrooms in each. And then from here we can see there's a little shrine on that area. So it's a little shrine and little steps going up. So let's go through. We open the gate. You can see it's a very nice little patio area here. And they do have some tables and things that they use for dining out here. This is actually used as like a holiday home at the moment. So you can see it's kind of set up. It's got all of the equipment and everything that you would need if you're going to be staying here on holiday. And actually, while there's a car coming past, let me just show you here. This is probably the second car that I've seen since I've been here for 1 hour. So there's not lots of traffic or anything. It's nice, peaceful little roads. So let's start upstairs. Now, if we go up these granite steps, this takes us to the flat up there. I just want to have a look at this. This is like a little shrine. You see, you get quite a lot of these in Portugal where people put different shrines to different saints and things like that. Little places where they can put flowers. So it's quite an interesting old original feature, that. And if I turn you this way, we can see this is the little porch for the upstairs flat, and we can get an idea of the views here. Look at that. Really nice views, and we've got some views of the Estrela Mountains in this direction, and some more views of the castle. So we have the front door on this side. We have a window on this side that actually leads to one of the bedrooms. I'm going to open this up now just so you can see. We'll go in there in a moment. And then, yeah, this is the front door. So the front door is wood, but we do have double glazing throughout the property. This is the entrance. And if we look in here, we've got a mixture of sort of new and modern, and we also have some old original features. So let's start on this side over here. We have where is the dishwasher, there's space for a tumble dryer, washing machine, things like that. And we can get a real sense of the thickness of the walls here. If you look at this, I mean, that is huge, well over 1/2 meter thick, big granite walls. There's also in the building upstairs and downstairs, they have one of these eco-friendly electric efficient water heaters. We do have all the appliances here. This is a holiday home, but if you wanted to use it as an Airbnb or something, you've actually got all of the appliances. We also do have like fire extinguishers, and we have all of the legal things in place if you wanted to turn this into an Airbnb. In fact, while we're here, let's have a look through this bedroom. So this is one of the rooms. It's kind of a strange room in all honesty. I heard that this used to be the kitchen. So we've got the old fireplace here, and we also have this little section here where you would have something for cooking in the kitchen. So they've turned this into a bedroom. It's kind of a small bedroom, but interesting nonetheless. And then you have this door that brings in a lot of light on the side here and gives you views. And so yeah, so kind of strange, but obviously this could be reconfigured to the new owner's liking if they wanted to do that. Let's go on to the kitchen. So we have this island in the middle here that takes advantage of the space of this room. If you look through here into the living room, it's done in granite, nice thick slab. We've got a single sink. We've got plenty of storage at the bottom here, plenty of area here to cook on. And if we look on this side, we have the fridge built into these units here, so it's all kind of built in. Kind of a small fridge. Sometimes they have these big American fridges. This one is more for sort of holiday usage, I think. And then we've got the microwave here, so all nicely built in, and then the fan assisted oven. On this side we have the induction hob, and again we have the extractor. I really love these granite stone walls, really, really nice. And then look at the old features here. So we've got this window seat here. This is like an old window seat from the original building. And then we look out onto the views, double glazed windows, and they give you lovely views outside and down into this parking area. So looking back from the window, we can see into the main part of the house. Nice little living room space, beautiful granite stone walls, and space for the television. We've got space for these chairs, a little armchair, and then we have a big 3 or 4 seater sleeper couch here. This actually opens up and turns into another bed, and a nice little dining section over there. And if we turn around this way, we've got a really nice balcony. So let me just open this up for you guys to see. From the outside of the building, you can see what it looks like. And from up here, we can see we've got the railings, and you can stand out here, take in the views. And then going back inside, we've got another bedroom. And we can see they've got some kind of a room divider here. This is that second entrance that I showed you when we first started the video. There's another entrance here that you can come through. So it's kind of been weirdly divided up, really. And then we've got the bed space. So we've got the bed over here, nice big double bed. And then we've got what they're using as kind of a wardrobe space here. They've managed to sink all the plug sockets and things into the wall, so you don't get the wires trailing over the place, which is quite nice. And then this over here is an ensuite bathroom. So very nice to have an ensuite bathroom. On this side we have an little vanity unit and the mirror. We have a toilet, we have a bidet. They're nicely spaced out, it's not crammed or cramped. And then we have a bathtub on this side with the shower head and the shower curtain. Now the configuration that they currently have will work really well for holiday lets, or for people staying on holiday. It's smaller rooms, but you don't really need lots of space, you don't need lots of wardrobe space. So perhaps the person that's buying this is a property that they could use as like a holiday space, a holiday let, an Airbnb. And maybe if you are looking at turning this into your permanent residence, then there are options where you could perhaps reposition everything. So these aren't solid walls that make up these bedrooms. Those could all be opened up and you could shift it around to fit your needs. So we've done the bedroom on the side. This is the bathroom, the main sort of bathroom for the main living area of the house. And we can see we've got the vanity unit on this side, the toilet, and then we also have a nice big shower on this side and shower tray. Very nice little flat, and it's all done already, so you don't have to worry about renovating it yourself. Let's go and have a look downstairs. Walking out the door here, we can see those castle walls. I really love the fact that it's so close to us, just there. Now, I was looking online and they have this municipal market that apparently sells regional goods and things like that. It's actually quite highly rated on Google Maps. It's open, I believe, every Tuesday, so that'll be something that you should check out if you want to get cheeses and meats and things like that from the local area. And just before we walk to this downstairs flat, I wanted to point out that these poles outside are actually got fiber optic broadband on them, so you've got really high-speed internet here on the property. And although you're living in an old sort of medieval area of an old ancient village, you do have those mod cons. And you also have these beautiful old original features. So let's go have a look downstairs. Now, I believe downstairs used to be a shop area back in the past, but now it's a residential part and it's all been opened up for living. So we can see from up here, we got these really grand steps, grand granite steps that lead down. And I should probably switch some lighting on before I start. Right, so that's a bit better. We go down into the space. Let's close this door behind us. Now, the doors are made of wood, but they do have double glazing and they do have windows, so you can let in some more light. And let's start on this kitchen. So similar to upstairs, we've got the granite tops. This one goes around in a U-shaped section with a nice little breakfast bar. What is this over here? Oh, it's a USB sockets. So those are all built in. We have the induction hob and we have the nice extractor fan in the middle. Good looking kitchen. And then if we go around this side, we've got lots of storage. I believe this is going to be another one of these water heaters. So yeah, it's a Wi-Fi water heater. Not sure why you need Wi-Fi in your water heater, but it's got it. Also have some Wi-Fi repeaters here. This is really nice thick walls. Look at that. I mean, the insulation in these walls alone is pretty amazing considering how thick they are. And then we have the big sink. We've got all of the appliances in here, coffee makers, toasters, kettles, and again we've got dishwashers, ovens, microwaves built in. This one seems to have a larger fridge built in with, I don't know, is that water or ice? Looks like it's ice. And then we have lots of storage, which is always handy. So this is quite a big space, this room downstairs. Quite a nice space, actually. And yeah, I like the layout. Sorry, I'm just taking it all in as I'm doing the video here. I've been here very quickly, so I haven't really had time to sort of soak it all in. This is one of the bedrooms. I'm kind of looking at it for the first time while you're here. Not the biggest of rooms, but it is quite light. It's got a daylight LED light up on the roof here, which all of the rooms have. We've got some electrical sockets on the walls, and I believe there's a couple more on this side. And then if we go out, we have the bathroom over here. It's been really nicely renovated. It's quite tasteful, works well for, for holiday lets and Airbnbs and even for living. We've got a bidet just on this side here, the main toilet, and then a walk-in shower. It's all one level, so you just step straight through with 2 shower heads. And there's even a light in the mirror, so that's quite nice. And, well, let's go into this room first, and then we'll look at the little living room. So this room looks maybe a little bit bigger. We've got 2 big bedside cabinets on either side. And then we've got the big stone walls. Look at those, man. I love those. And then from this side, they've got a little telly on the wall. I mean, it's a perfect little holiday let. And this is definitely an area where you're going to have lots of tourism, especially in the summer months. And this window just opens us out onto that little parking area. And then last but not least, let's have a look at this living area. We have a big sleeper couch just on this side over here, little table. I forgot to mention that all of the furniture, everything that you see, all the appliances and furniture is all included. And again, it does have things here for Airbnb if you wanted to set that up. It's got the telly on the wall, and we also have heaters upstairs and downstairs. And then another little window on this side. So all in all, I think this is quite an interesting little place. It's got quite a lot of options for people that want to live here themselves, maybe turn it into just a holiday home for themselves, maybe live in one of the areas and then rent out the other area, or potentially as an investment where you buy the property and you rent it out as Airbnb in the meantime. So if you are interested in buying this property, have a look. It's listed with Mountain Home Imobiliária. I'm going to put their contact details just in the video description below, and yeah, give them a shout. This is a very interesting one for sure, and hopefully you've enjoyed the tour, and we'll see you again soon for the next one. All the best. Ciao.